We generate machinery for the waste environment, for the recycling environment, like your trommels, screens. We have our own screen out, kinetic flow screen, which is patent. And the business is now in its 5th year past. We're 5 years in business at the beginning of June, May. So there was just initially the 2 of us for the first 6-9 months. Now at the minute we have 10 working for us. Initially, I'm sure anyone knows when you start up your own business, money is tight, so any funding you can get is massive help. And the Arc Northwest Farm Diversification Grant sort of just was there at the time for me, from the farming to the engineering. So it enabled me to initially first to put up premises to work out of, and then further after that then we got funding then for machinery, which then enabled us to take on more people, more sales, just everything just sort of worked from there. Leader in the Arc Northwest was my first initial step. They gave me the premises to work out of, then we got the machinery. So that was to initially get me up and running. Then Invest in I then kicked in after that, when they seen the business up and going, they said, oh, how long am I, right? Then they gave me a lot of help. Leader has probably took CRS a lot faster than initially I could have done on my own. If I hadn't got the funding from the Arc Northwest and that, I don't know where CRS would have been. They probably would still maybe working with 2 and 3 people, just on an awful lot smaller scale.
Well, Malang Youth Forum was started up in 2009, and we started up with a view to having a place and giving young people of the village a voice. Kids who literally were running about the streets of Malang. This was an old petrol filling station that we're in now. It was a derelict building that had been lying empty for about 10 years. We used the money to completely gut the garage and make it into the facility that we have now. We've already outgrown it, I might add. We went from opening 1 night a week on a Tuesday night to 6 nights a week. Our footfall throughout the month, if you want to use that term, is upwards of 500 now. If we hadn't have received the funding from the Leader programme, we would not be in the position we are at the minute. And we do lots and lots of things that let the village see how important the young people are to this community.
Hillhead Fishery is a family-friendly lake which is situated 3 miles outside Ballymena. It's a working farm, although on a part-time basis. I applied for help and aid to put the finishing touches to the lake. They gave me a 50% grant. They helped me with the log cabins. They also helped me with the roadway in round the lake and the car park round it. The funding also helped to supply picnic tables. They also helped me with the seating round the lake, which has become very beneficial to the older men and pensioners in the surrounding area. It has also become a gathering place for the older fishermen in the area who come and visit friends that are fishing. Families would come down and watch the fishing. So I think it's been very beneficial to the actual borough of Ballymena itself.
Our project is the provision of a child contact centre, and the idea is to offer a safe, friendly and neutral place where the children of separated parents can spend time with one or both parents. We applied for funding to establish a child contact centre in County Fermanagh, and any family which wanted to avail of such a service would have had to travel to County Tyrone, Omagh or to Londonderry. Since the start of the contact centre, we have had some 200 plus sessions. We've had 32 children aged between 8 months and 18 avail of the contact with the non-resident parent. We've had 44 parents come along during that time, and we've had some 36 volunteers, some of whom, because of the training they received and the experience they gained, have moved on to university places and to childcare, to social work. It would be right to say that without the funding from Swords through the Leader programme, the project would not have happened.
The village renewal measure of Grow South Antrim has been implemented like the other 6 lags, and the idea is to get local people to assess their own needs, to meet local needs of their own local communities. There were 26 projects under village renewal, those representing those 9 villages, 9 communities represented an investment of £1.27 million. Typical projects were all around the villages, the village centres themselves, facelifting those, making them a more attractive place to live.
The village plan process for us was very exciting. It brought a lot of groups together. We've quite a few groups in the area, and we worked hard together to try to decide what would be the best way to take everything forward, have some kind of a vision for the area. It helped us identify the real need within the area. Working with Grow, we got funding from them to change this into a really wonderful virtual reality project. We had a piece of land outside the community building here, and really to no use at all, and we turned it into a beautiful community garden. We've had 4 new businesses opened. We've had 2 extended and 1 relocated, and I believe very strongly that that was to do with what we did in that virtual reality programme and the garden.
This is the Sleevegullion Forest Adventure Park, which is a sub-regional play park for South Armagh. It's a play park with equipment for all ages, including young people with the most challenging disabilities. Newry and Mourne District Council applied for the funding support to create a sub-regional play park that would meet the needs of the local community but also attract new visitors to the South Armagh area. The funding has made a great impact to the South Armagh area. In the first year of opening, we estimate that we had about 250,000 visitors to the area.
It benefits the playgroup. They all come up very regular to this, and it's great for the community, and there's something for every child.
There have been a number of other small businesses that have been created as a result, and as a result of the success, Newry and Mourne District Council employed 2 full-time park attendants here, and we also employ a number of casual seasonal staff in the summer periods.
The whole basis of the organisation is to provide sort of direct support services for people with autism. So one of the big gaps that we sort of identified was sort of opportunities for people with autism, adults, to experience sort of employment opportunities, things like that there. This was just an industrial unit, so we used the money to kit it out and adapt it so that we could start the chocolate making here. The leader programs allowed us, at the moment we've got 2 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. We've also had other workers who have come in, we've employed them, and then they've moved on to other jobs.
The work in general is very therapeutic. Certainly in the early part of my time here, I was working on making chocolate, making different varieties of chocolate, a lot of stock taking and a lot of packaging, especially because a lot of the recent times it's been busy with orders for things like the Balmoral show, for weddings and such like, and obviously for things like Christmas and Easter. If I weren't chocolate memories, well, I wouldn't be doing anything. I think this helps, gives me dignity.